Alright, hello everyone, Mr. No Souls here, and today I'm going to try to answer one simple question. What is Koumajou Remilia's Stranger's Requiem? This is the second in the series, where the first one was right there, Scarlet Symphony. I didn't finish it. I did play a little bit of it, and as far as Metroidvanias go, the slower, more classical Metroidvanias aren't necessarily my style. I am still expecting that's going to hold true here, with this being more akin to a classical, like, Castlevania game. But we will only know by starting it out. So let's take a look-see and see what we get. It's kind of weird how it launched itself like that. Like, why did it do that? Oh, Jesus. Why? Okay, what the actual, like, the music was good, but, like, why? Why be that, like, legitimately, it hurt my ears. Oh, why can I not, oh gosh, it's one of these where you press B and then it, like, actually changes stuff. Okay, there we go. Player, what? Okay. Okay, so that's fixed. Are you kidding me? Today, is it not in English? Okay, so I have to put it to English. So, okay, so it defaults to Japanese. Okay, that makes more sense. Whoa, okay, hello, didn't expect that. I see that they stopped the tire. I think I like that they removed the entire... Okay, the removal of soul is probably a good idea while backstepping. Okay, noted. Whoa! Stop on the some part of souls. So I could use melee. Oh, so I have time stop as well still as an option. Okay. Well, that was interesting.
お嬢様、ただいま戻りました。ご所望の本、買ってきましたよ。お嬢様？おかしい。お嬢様はおろか、メイリンやパチュリ様の気配もない。みんな、どこへ行ったのかしら。
どこへ行ったのかしらね。
Oh,
ごきげんよう。
I forget her name.
八雲ゆかり。
She's the person that made...
何か楽しいことがあったみたいじゃない？あなたのお嬢様の思いつきで。
This is very
思い
much
つきでというのは
Castlevania.
否定しませんけどね。
私も参加したかったのだけど。
どうせいつものように寝ていたんでしょ。
否定はしないわ。
それで、お寝坊さんがここに何の用かしら。
そうね。その素敵な吸血鬼さんに挨拶に来たのだけど。どうやらご不在のようだったので、代わりに私が留守を預からせてもらったの。
しらじらしい。お嬢様たちがいらっしゃらないのも、あなたが関係しているとでも言っているみたい。
あら、そう聞こえる？平静を装っているけど、内心は
貴様、
たぎらないたぎらない。綺麗なお顔が台無しよ。
口で言ってもわからないよね。
それはこっちのセリフ。少し頭を冷やしたら。頭の悪い人間、気づかないようだから教えてあげるわ。
何？
春がまだ来ないとでも言えばいいかしら。
春が
面白いと思わない？
Isn't that one of like
Hint
the
をここまでに
events
して
where
いきます。
spring didn't show up or something like that?
誰かに盗まれた春。誰が何の目的で。なんて。
春が来ないと。確かに春なのにこの木を。お嬢様がいないことと、それが何か関係がある。お嬢様。
Oh, I see, okay. I think they did learn from the previous one because this is a lot better as far as like general movement goes and the problems. Oh, whoop! That was on me. That was entirely on me. Oh, what? Okay, so they kept... Oh, that 100% on me. What a... Okay, I guess I'm going to ignore them for the moment. I wonder, can I? No, I can't. I wish I could look down, but it's not like I necessarily hit for this kind of... Got it. Oh! Okay, that's entirely on me. Maybe I should be floating for, like, that type of attack. Oh. Oh, what? Oh, I did. Interesting. Okay, that was worth a shot. Oh, I was not paying attention. What is that on, like, the side of her thigh? It looks almost like a... Or maybe that's her knife holster. I'm like, what is that? It looks almost like a gun holster that I was like, that just looks really weird. Far from an expert at this kind of stuff. Oh, is that melee? Why is it not progressing? Oh, okay, I see.
コウマ嬢はあの時確かに以前とは姿が若このまがまがしい気は紛れもなくもしよいやゆかりが関わっているのであればその線はないそれにお嬢様が私に何も言わないというのも考えられないじゃあこの城は誰がその声はメイ
She just tied up there? Who on earth tied up Melee? She would wipe the floor with most people in physical combat, so I have to well, I guess there's quite a few people that could take her on, but few people that would leave her tied up.
話は後ではいはい分かっています早くほどいてほしいんでしょ
Alice?
あなたはアリス
レミリアのメイドじゃない
どういうことか
何が
うちの門番がお世話になっているようですがこのように
あれメイリン何してるの
あなた以外誰がいるかしら
知らない私知らない私じゃないよ知らない
力ずくで来いと言っているよね
Okay, this is gonna be... Are you kidding me? I am... Sloppy on my part. Maybe I'm supposed to be using flying more? Are you... Are you... Wait, I destroyed 30 of her dolls? How? Man, these fights are harder. Like, yeah, you gained more mobility in this one, but at the same time, because the abilities trigger so much faster. What? Like, see, that's... What on earth? It's like you think you're through the attack, and it's like... Oh. Oh, come on. Dang it, I almost got it. The ability to manipulate time. Okay. Well, that was frustrating. Okay, I'm going to just skip all this. Oh. Sloppy on my part, that's fine. You. Next one should be... Oh, I overshot that. That's fine. Did I? Whoa! Sloppy on my part. Oh, really? Okay, that's 100% on my fault. I was being sloppy there for no reason. Gosh, I'm really flubbing. Okay, I can't do that either. And now I'm just taking a ton of damage for stupidity. Like, I'm way over rushing it. Oh my god, why did I do that? I might as well just restart it because I wasted a life there just for my own stupidity. Yeah, but this is a lot better, even though in some ways it's even more frustrating than the other one. Because I think the other one had slightly better telegraphing of the attacks before they occurred. Whatever. I don't need it right now. I did that again. How is the best way to fight these stupid things? Because they are frustrating, to say the least. And I feel like there has to be a more efficient way to kill them, but I just don't know what it is. What on... Freaking ridiculous. Freaking nice. It's like every time you think you can kind of put... Like, I feel like I should be in the clear with my swings, and then I'm just... I'm not. Over and over. Oh my god. Oh my... Oh my... Oh my gosh! And I didn't die, but I'm still... Wait, I don't get back my points if I use them in a pre... That's... Oh my... Oh my. Whoa. No, come on. Bullshit. Oh my god, this is so much more frustrating than the first one even. Like, in the first one, at least it felt like you didn't have things popping up underneath you, and like there was some degree of a telegraph. This is like, you just have to purely remember the pattern, and that's really all it is just pattern memorization, which, to be fair, is very Castlevania. It's just like, you feel like you're literally doing wet noodles worth of damage, and then she's constantly putting herself in a spot that it's like you just have to run away constantly from her and then just spam your abilities in order to get any type of punishment. Maybe if I use a time stop that would have solved the problem. But wow, there's a lot going on. And I will say, like, the starting music was good. It was just stupidly loud for like no reason. There was no legitimate reason to be that loud. I just don't think that the original Castlevania format really works well for me. I like Metroidvanias a lot more, with like the combination of like I have mobility options, and then also I have my close quarters and range options and everything else. Like Luna Knights was the perfect speed for me, because I felt like I had options and ways to handle maybe, you know what? I'm going to give it one more shot. And I'm going to try using, instead of the knife, I'm going to try to use this timepiece and see, maybe that's really where my mistake is. I need to use the timepiece to progress through. And because I'm not using the timepiece, like that's, you know, I really want him to drop those frogs, actually. Having him not drop the frog greatly reduces my overall, Come on, drop your frog. Give me your souls. Are you... Did that really just happen to me? Come on, drop your dang frog. Oh. All the stupid things get hit by. Getting hit by a frog is just embarrassing. I'm more than capable of, like, dodging them. Good kill, though.
Yeah.
Did I really... I just need all the souls. Because I have a feeling I'm going to need that pretty badly. So this is just a weird nitpick, but like the low fidelity of the dress, like it's good that it has the motion and everything, but it doesn't really make sense to have the, like, it's not a stirrup, the holster on the thigh. It would make more sense to have like the bandolier on her hip or something. Though I think technically in like the one anime thing that like they made for this, or the one that I've seen, I think they've actually made a couple now at this point. That is how she's canonically, or I'm assuming they're canon. I actually don't know if they're canon or not. I'm guessing they're canon. Come on. What is going on? Why? Okay, I pop. What is happening? I pop it, but it doesn't seem to do anything? Does that only... It must only work on non-boss enemies then. Which greatly reduces the usefulness of that ability. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, I almost got it. Okay, but that's how I'm gonna have to play this. That's how I'm gonna have to play this. Are you... Oh, come on! Oh my gosh, I got it! Oh my gosh! Jeez, that was frustrating. Oh wait, I didn't mean to... Oh. Whatever, screw it. I cleared normal. Yay. I am drenched in sweat. Well, I have no idea what on earth the point of that timepiece is, because it seems entirely useless against bosses. Which, like, I don't know. That's her like main ability, is the fact that she manipulates time. And funnily enough, like if you manipulate time, you should increase mass as well. So like if she were to hit you with that knife, considering how fast she would have to be moving due to the time dilation, she would literally hit like you know in Halo Reach how they have those like Mac cannons that like just destroy the Covenant ships? It would hit like some, or well, they didn't have many of them, but they did have the one at the end. But also like at Halo 3, if I was it Halo 3 or Halo 2? I think it's actually Halo 2, where you were dealing with shooting the Covenant and giving like the Covenant back their bomb and everything. Like those cannons that are massive and have all that power to like shoot those guns like that. That is effectively what like just getting glanced by a knife from her would be like, I think. Because like it effectively would be accelerated to the point near the speed of what those like, I'm pretty sure they're like tungsten rods that they're shooting. It's been a long time since I've read the Halo books, but just like to explain how legitimately fast she is. Okay. Whoa! Okay, that was on me. I should have. Oh, that must be why the timepiece is around. The music is good, actually. What was it? It was... Got her. There we go. That's worthwhile to do. I'm not positive for killing him. Well, and only net positives if I actually hit my spell. How? Weird. Okay. I blocked that. Okay, that did not work. I'm getting way too aggressive. Oh, okay. Hello. Oh, man. Man, I'm really not good at this. Like, I need to seriously get back into shape around this, and I'm going to be playing Castlevania games more frequently. I'm just taking dumb damage for no reason. Oh! Okay, well, I think I'm going to end it there. Maybe I should go back and play more of the first one. I don't think, wow, only 50% of people even beat the first boss. Whoa, that is... Also, I'm just going to point this out. If people like Touhou and want, like, a weird, cutesy, like, anime game, and don't mind, like, some weird dating stuff in it, like, Little Goody Two Shoes is actually pretty legit. Like, it's something. I gave this a down. I might have to revisit this, because maybe I'm just not being fair to it. Oh, let's see here. what was it? Where was the? There we go. I mean, 16%. Okay, so 70% of people beat boss 1. So that's a serious, like, jump, though, from 70% to only half of people are able to beat the first one. I have mixed feelings. Like, both, like, I will say, I think they moved in the right direction with this one and the movement. It feels so much better compared to the first. And I feel like the weapon not being a whip also just makes more, like, as far as Tohu goes, a whip being a weapon doesn't really make sense. Especially, like, they have talismans and everything else. You'd expect there would be more range or just normal melee options than a whip. So it doesn't necessarily make sense for the universe as much in the first one, but this feels a lot more natural. I'm trying to remember her. It's like was it Ramia? The maid. She makes a lot of sense as a protagonist of many type of Metroidvania games. Like, she just, her move set and her abilities make sense. Alice even potentially makes sense as a protagonist. Mm, maybe. Situationally might. Let's leave it at that. Or like Mei Ling could make a protagonist in a way. Yeah. Remu doesn't make much sense though, in my opinion. But this I think is good. I might play more of it. I think I'm actually going to go back and play more of the first one. Maybe I just gave it a bad rap because playing this has made me want to go back to the original one and actually play it more to see if it really is just like, because you can always argue with these type of games, oh, it's just a skill issue. You'd enjoy it if you were better at it. And it's like, while you're not necessarily wrong, I guess many games you would enjoy more if you were just better at it. The thing is there's a time justification to enjoyment cost. And while I could go and sink, probably, let's say 10 hours to actually become semi-competent at it, I could just go and play Monster Hunter Worlds or Monster Hunter Rise or go play The King is Watching, or I could go play Tohu Dystopian, which is a phenomenal game. Uh, I am greatly enjoying this. I have 11 hours into it, and I come to back to this game every now and again. It's just a solid thing to go play, and it's a Toho game. It's far more enjoyable in my opinion than this, which most of the content is locked behind like paid DLC, which is really disappointing because I think it has potential to it. Um, I just didn't end up enjoying it. And it's kind of the frustrating part with like the Tohu games that are made. They're extremely hit or miss. You know, one side you got Mistaya's Izakaya, which I have what? Um, let's go. I go here and I have 124 hours into this game and it's just like an absolute joy. But it's also like its own genre. This is something that is unlike so many other games. It is a phenomenal game in and of itself. I don't know why it's saying I need to install it because I definitely have it on my PC. But whatever. It's great on Steam Deck. Where, to be fair, that is predominantly where I play it. I play it while I travel. And it's just great. But then you end up into other ones and it feels like really segmented between the two modes. Like it's half of a game with the content is just locked behind you need a second player really to be able to play it. And then you end up with like these games where it's good, but they're just like it feels like it's not a balancing issue. Like the original Castlevania was a really well thought out, difficult game, and it really worked with the time that it like existed alongside, cabinet games which were like pay to play per coin. So like Castlevania was a very smart and well built game for that time period. But then you run into things that are just like, I want to play that again. And it just, you put it next to other types of games and it just doesn't really click for a lot of people. But then something like this, Stranger's Requiem, feels a lot more like readily playable. Like I could approach this thing today and be like, okay, it really is just I have to get good. While this just feels heavily dated. Like it feels way older because it is a, I don't want to say it's a parody of Castlevania, but in some ways it is kind of a parody of Castlevania. It it definitely has homage to it, but then you go and you play something like Luna Nights, which is just absolutely phenomenal, and it feels like a modern version of what the Castlevania like series is going for. Let's see, Luna. There we go. What? There we go. So like Luna Nights, that was a great game. I've played 20 hours of it, and I still occasionally go back to it. It's not, the start of the game is rough, but it's very quickly solved once you get into it. And I don't think I've ever actually, yeah, I don't think I ever actually 100%ed it. Yeah, so I beat the game, but I think there's like side people. Yeah, I never ran into like Remu or beat the extra stage. I didn't even know there was an extra stage actually until just now. Collect all the weapons. I didn't do that. Destroy all the gems in the hidden rooms. This is a really fun minigame. It's extremely difficult, but it is a fun minigame. Defeat any boss in 10 seconds, not counting when time is stopped. I have no idea how you'd even do that. Uncover 100% of the map, collect all the items, earn S rank in boss rush. Huh. Like, this game felt more intentional. This feels intentional yet slightly clunky. This feels clunky. And that's really the way I would describe it from a modern perspective. However, I know that what they're referencing from at the time wasn't that way. And it's really difficult to go from the modern seat, understanding what it is originally going for, and just feeling that like discrepancy. It's a good game, and if you like those type of games, this is great. And I know I'm going to be sinking more hours into it. I know it's like it feels clunky, but I know it's not clunky. But because of all the games you play nowadays, it does, and it's just, man. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling here. I hope you all have a good day. If you got any complaints, comments, concerns, holler at me. And I might as well just go plug this because it's just a good idea to do it. I have a group that I run. Not many people are in it, but hey, if you tell me, go play some Touhou games. That's how I ended up playing pretty much 3 of the Touhou games that I'm playing right now. What am I? There we go. I clicked the wrong button. I was just focused on talking. And the thing is like if you go and you talk inside of my group, so you go to my community or you go to the groups, I have Mr. No Souls Rex. It's in my YouTube comments. You can come into here and go having announcements and talking it, like looking for more games to play or go into discussions and go recommend games. I'm always looking for new games to play. It is difficult for me to go and find it, but I found both of these Touhou games uh, from a viewer jumping into my Discord and saying, hey, look, you should play these two games. And I did. And I will say, they're good games. I don't necessarily know for the price. On a sale, they are great games. Uh, I don't necessarily know if for the price that they're a phenomenal game, but regardless, they are worth the enjoyment if you like those type of games. But then if you do go in and you go look at my Steam curation group and you go through it, it helps you aggregate and find games, and you don't have to be actually in this to go get the deals and the discounts and everything else, but it will show you all the different games that I've played and whether or not I liked them or thought they were interesting or have like an informational. Like, you know, you can go and find all these games that have sales, and it just expands your normal repertoire. If you are bored and you're constantly just run-of-the-mill games that you just play for a little bit and you're like, okay, well, now I'm done with this. Do I really want to play like more of the same thing that Steam keeps recommending to me? The way you break out of the algorithm is through these individual groups like what I'm running. This will take you to some really weird games that I played over the year, like Pseudo Regalia. This was a really good platformer, and I'm going to go back and play this. Yeah, it's a weird furry game. It's $5, $6, and I have not played a 3D platformer that was so creative and mobile. Like the combat is meh, but the platforming and the environment and everything is beautiful. Hardspace Shipbreakers is one of the most unique games that I've ever played. You literally just assemble spaceships. It's phenomenal. It's a great game. Hypogea, great platformer. Very, I don't want to say blame, but it's like, you're going through these like giant mega structures after a war and you're like just running into robots. It's an interesting game. Deep Space Exploitation. You're effectively mining with this weird little shuttle thing, and you're just kind of thrown out into space by a company that expects you to haul a certain amount of minerals, and you're just kind of trying to survive uh, corporate like abuse effectively. The Fable, another game that is so unique and nobody else does, and it's $9. You effectively build these decks and then make manga panels on the right side, and you're trying to wipe out all the enemies. And if you've ever read the manga, The Fable, this is a great game, especially if you like that kind of stuff. Slot and Dungeon. I personally really enjoyed it. I thought my brother would enjoy this game actually a good bit as well, but he ended up not enjoying it, which was disappointing, but it's great. Mars First Logistics, another great game. Something that most people would never find out about, but it is phenomenal. Um, Touhou Dystopian, I imagine if you're watching a Touhou video, you probably know more Touhou games than I do. I don't like religiously follow Touhou games, but I do like them, and I do like enjoy the general like weird story stuff I've run into, and the music. The music's great. Silk Song, everyone knows Silk Song. Logic Bombs is a great little puzzle game. If you've ever heard of Matthew Matosis, he was well, he still is a reviewer, but he's a very, very good uh, reviewer. And he decided to go make a game for the Game Boy. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. This is for the Game Boy. That also is for Steam. It can be played on Game Boy and Steam, and you can get a cartridge and write it onto a cartridge, and then you could play this on your Game Boy. It is so retro and so innovative that I really have to give him props. Like, this is a great thing. Then like Monster Hunter, Hunt Showdown, Bolt Gun. If you like Warhammer, that's a great one to play. It's right now $9. I think that is a phenomenal deal for this game. Yeah. And it's just like, it's a good way to go and find games you don't normally know about. Like, this is one of the first automation games that was on Steam. Opus Magnum is just, it's a great game. And if you like puzzles, this is great for you. Yeah. The Citadel is one of the best shooting games I've ever played, both of them. They're just haunting, literally haunting. I don't think I've ever played a single game that has haunted me in an FPS like that. So, anyways, I should probably stop pitching my own, stuff. But it's not like I make any money off this stuff. It is purely to help people find games they want to play or find games they should avoid. Like Vermintide is a great game, don't get me wrong, but you have to have DLC to be able to really play it well. And you also have to have 4 friends because the AI is absolutely abysmal. But if you have 4 friends and you catch it on a sale, you can get like a 4-pack for a really good deal. You guys could have a massive blast with this game. Lord of the Rings Online is a great game. This is like the last old school MMO that's still out there. Like even RuneScape isn't old school anymore, but this is. And if you like Lord of the Rings, you might enjoy this. This is a great game. I really like it. Final Fantasy, I mean, this is a great MMO. This is like old WoW. Not like this is like pre-Cataclysm. I would say it's like Lich King kind of WoW with like Final Fantasy thrown on. It's really well done. Project Zomboid. I mean, I imagine most people have heard of Project Zomboid. This is like the most classic isometric zombie survival game. It's been going on since forever. It's great. Yeah. And this list just keeps growing. I just keep adding to it. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. This has gone on way too long. Anyways, take it easy, guys. I hope you all have a great one. Bye.